I need you all to do us a favor. Stop using these professional critic websites to decide whether or not you're going to watch a film or a TV show. How many times have you looked at a certain one? You know, don't want to throw anybody under the bus. Come on. We're nice people. Try to be. How many times have you looked at one and it showed like 30% on your favorite movie? And you're like, there's no way that should be under 70. 72%, maybe. 3 if we're being generous, you know?
Yeah.
So really what you need to do is you need to have more down-to-earth people, just people, not critics criticizing every little thing throughout the movie. Just go to the Relay app. We're lucky enough, and we appreciate them for partnering with us. So what you need to do is you need to go to the Relay app. You need to find real people like you that aren't just critics. They're just normal people.
And us.
And they're watching the movie and the shows, and they're giving their honest review about it without criticizing every little detail. We're on there, the Awkward Tapes, so you can follow us and see the reviews we've made. But also, if you have not downloaded Relay yet, definitely download it. Give it a shot. See how it helps you out with trying to decide what movies to watch, what TV shows to watch. But use our code, the Awkward Tapes, when you download it. Helps us out a little bit. If you're feeling generous, you don't have to, but you can if you'd like. It helps us out a little bit. So try Relay today and let us know what you think. Hey, Parsley.
Hey, bud.
We're curious. You know we are.
Yeah.
What have you been thinking about?
I don't know why you asked me that.
Good. Well, we have a reoccurring thing we do on this show called Presley Thoughts.
Yeah.
And so I'm asking what you've been thinking about so you can
You
kick
want
us
one?
off. Please?
If you think about it, coins are technically three-sided.
How?
That doesn't really I mean,
How's
no.
it three-sided?
No.
Front, back, and side.
No.
Three sides.
Come on.
No.
Yeah. There's enough of a thickness.
But anything that means that
That's
anything has extra. That means that a super thin piece of paper has 3 sides. No, it doesn't.
Presley.
And
Presley,
that is
right
a
on the
Presley
third
thought.
side of the pizza, the piece of paper.
Do you understand why I asked you that now?
No.
I give up then.
Hey.
'Cause-
Presley, are you wanting to? Are you not wanting to be here right now?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Can I do you another one?
Sure.
Sure.
If you'd like.
Redemption.
Redemption. Here's your redemption arc.
Lamps in video games use real electricity.
That's the
See,
second
that's a
time
good
you've
one,
given
but
us
you've
that.
used that though.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
When?
I don't know the exact
I don't
episode.
know the
but
exact. Presley, like, if you don't have the exact date and time of the episode, I won't believe.
You ain't got receipts. You never got the thought.
Just because you said that, I'm going back and finding it.
No, you 100%
point.
use it.
Insert
because they're at the beginning of the video. You could just like cycle through the videos until we find it.
I'm going to start reusing them just to see if you guys notice.
Oh,
We notice.
I think we will.
I
most
think we
times.
would.
Yeah.
For real.
They've made such a lasting impression.
But it's okay.
All right.
Yeah. It's fine, Presley. Don't
Don't
get upset
cry about it.
Presley, are you okay?
He's crying.
It's all right.
People,
Layton,
can we
did you get,
hashtag pray for Presley?
Layton, did you get any upset this week?
Did I get upset
Yeah.
this week?
Somebody cut you off?
No.
I like to hear your stories.
Well, I forgot to charge the camera and it died.
It's your fault. It's okay.
I got a little
It's all
upset
right.
about
It's
that.
okay.
It's okay. It turns a 2-hour recording session into a 6-hour ordeal.
And it doesn't affect anyone else, and no one's bitter about it.
Right.
No,
Really?
not really.
I'm not crying, by the way.
Why do you smile all the time? Let's talk about that.
I don't know.
You remember that one time we were? I think I was riding with you in
It
the
was
car.
recently, yeah.
You look in your rearview mirror. He's just.
Yeah, I literally said, I'm like, why is he smiling?
I will make myself laugh about things that are really dumb.
I don't think you realize it. We were both looking at you. You were behind us in your car, and
And then
you
I
were
was
just
probably smiling about that.
you're just smiling. And I was like, "Why? What does he have to? What is he smiling about?"
I don't know. I think it's a condition.
It's
Called
a condition.
happiness.
What's the name? Wait, I have to
Happiness.
look that up.
Yeah, look up happiness.
How do you be happy all the
I don't
time?
know.
Teach
Look,
me.
look up how do you obtain happiness?
Yeah,
Okay.
serotonin,
I don't know.
potatoes.
It's a gift and a curse.
How's it a curse?
I don't know. It's not.
Your
It's
cheeks
just
ever
something
hurt?
monk would say. My cheeks.
From
Oh yeah,
all
my
that
jaws will
smiling.
hurt from smiling. That's
So-
facts.
Have you ever been in a really bad mood, but you're like, I'm just gonna smile to try to get myself to feel
No,
Oh yeah, like you.
I've
try to
never
trick your
done that.
brain.
better? Yeah.
but I've heard of people doing that. But I don't know if that works.
I think I've heard psychologists say that work. Pretty sure I've seen that.
Okay.
I think I've
So
heard
if
that
they're saying
before.
it-
I just don't know about it.
Presley, I found 6 methods.
All right, hit me.
To make yourself happier. So the first, you have to take care of yourself.
Well,
Okay, that's the first thing.
That's subjective.
So, and here are a few examples of habits and activities to try. You can try meditating, doing yoga, completing a skincare routine. You can walk. You can breathe. You can be creative.
don't you do skincare, Layton?
No, I used to. Then my skin got better when I stopped.
Oh,
But I
Wow.
probably
you
just
got
got
some
older.
sensitive skin.
I do. Well, that's different. That's eczema.
Oh, that's eczema.
There's this thing called puberty, and it hits us like a rock. We've all been there.
It hits
Still
me
And
going
it
like
does
a
a lot of
rock.
things to you.
Haven't not done yet.
You still have voice cracks on a regular basis.
Yep.
So,
I'm surprised I don't voice crack more, to be honest.
personally, another thing you can do is you can practice mindfulness. You can get rid of those negative thoughts. Okay?
Yeah, that's easy.
just practice. Yeah,
Have
exactly.
y'all
Just
actually
practice
tried
mindfulness.
meditating before?
No,
No, not legitimately. No.
I'd get too
Not
bored.
fun.
Isn't that what we do when we're trying to fall asleep?
In a sense,
It's like relaxing. I don't
I
know.
hate it when people are like, you know, where am I going with this?
I have no clue what you're doing.
You know.
No, you don't know because I don't even know.
Oh well.
What am I trying to say? I have a thought, but I just can't.
Is it about meditating?
No, it's
Sleeping?
about. He said something about removing negative thoughts,
Yeah.
and I was
mindfulness.
trying to.
The negative thoughts just keep coming, and you don't know how to get them to go away.
Yeah, they're like, just don't think about it. Just think about something else.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can't
It's
do
not
that.
that
No, no,
easy.
No.
Just don't think of a pink elephant. Don't
Yeah,
think
think
about
of a
it.
pink
If you think of a pink elephant right now, just don't think of it.
Yeah, and that makes you think of it even more.
That's the whole point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't think of it.
really
Stop it.
helps.
That's like telling someone who's anxious, just stop being anxious.
I know exactly.
Yep.
It's like I've never tried.
Just be happy.
Never try. Yeah, just be happy.
Yeah, that's my advice.
And
for
are
y'all.
you depressed? Just be happy.
You could just try smiling more, and then maybe you would be happy.
That was actually one of the tips on there.
Was it really?
Well, yeah. I mean, I closed out of it already, but that was actually one of the tips.
So next time I'm in the car by myself, I'm just gonna smile
you
and make
can
No,
practice.
not a natural smile. Not just kind of smiling. You're like,
like from the movie. Smile.
I'm so happy.
Try to freak
That'll
somebody
work.
out.
Exactly. I'll definitely do that.
How do you
But-
feel?
You're like you're on
It's
drugs.
making me happier. I'll tell you that.
Still thinking about pink elephants.
Whatever makes you happy.
That did
Indeed,
make me
indeed.
happy.
Made me happy.
What are you looking at?
I was trying to just look up funny ways to make yourself happy.
Yes.
Did you find anything?
No. I feel like food definitely makes me happier.
I was gonna say I have a story about food actually.
Tell me.
If
Do
it
you?
is all right if I can share now.
Yeah. That's okay.
Well,
I think we got time.
this is a great news story to where in New Jersey, somebody dumped off like the side of the road or like just in the wilderness a ton of pasta. In fact, 500 pounds of pasta were dumped into a New Jersey river.
That sounds like New Jersey.
that's an
That's
actual
New
story.
Jersey.
Wow.
That's an actual story I found, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It says that workers, they were trying to figure out who had the illegal dumped pasta alongside the creek in the neighborhood. It was hilarious because it talks about how, there were all different kinds of pasta. People were trying to figure out if the pasta was cooked or just raw noodles and thrown out. There was a big pasta mystery in New Jersey. There was like a local activist that came out
What
and was
in
like
the
spreading
world?
different information about it. it's a pretty great story.
It's illegal to dump pasta in the river.
When you dump 500 pounds of it in the river, probably.
Oh, all right.
But anyway, I just want to know. So I know you guys don't live in a neighborhood, but say that, you wake up this morning, you're getting ready, you brush your teeth, take a shower, do whatever. Then you drink your coffee, you go out, you're starting to head towards here for the podcast. All of a sudden you look to your right and there are mountains of pasta on the side of the road.
I know what I'm doing.
What would you do?
I'm making a pit stop. I'm going to the grocery store. I'm grabbing tomatoes. I'm grabbing garlic. I'm grabbing heavy whipping cream. Maybe some Romano cheese, Parmesan. I'm making a sauce, 400 pounds of sauce. I'm putting it on that. And,
You're going to eat all of it.
yep.
And you already have your spoon.
And I've already got my spoon. I carry
he
a
has
spoon
Yeah,
everywhere.
he does, actually.
You never know.
How did that start?
Oh, let's see here. I don't know if it was him. It was us three, me, Presley, and Leighton, and Samuel. And we went to Sweet Cece's, which is a frozen yogurt place. And they had these pink spoons. And I had thrown away my cup. I still had the spoon. I didn't realize it. And Samuel was like, Shmev, you still have your spoon with you. I was like, oh. I was like, I'm just keeping it with me. And he's like, yeah, you should.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
All right.
So I just kept it with me.
And it stayed in your car. And that was
I think it's in my room
like
now.
6 months
because I
ago.
changed cars. But
You need to frame it.
frame the spoon? Spoon. I just want to keep it in my car forever.
Yeah.
I think it's coming up on a year. And I told Samuel, I guarantee you I have this for over a year. So I need to show it to him.
He's not even going to remember.
Probably not.
That's
See,
the funny
like what
part.
you use to put your car into like park or drive or neutral, you just need to install it to where you use the spoon to put you into different
Oh
gear.
my gosh.
There you go.
Use the spoon as the shifter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll tape
your
it to it
shifter
or something.
spoon.
Instead of the S standing for sport, you just shift it into
Spoon.
spoon.
Spoon mode.
Spoon mode.
So
oh my gosh.
they never found why there was pasta
I was
in the
gonna
river?
say, I think they did. I think they eventually did find the reason why. Because at first they're like, "Why is there all this pot?" Because I'm trying to cut down on all the details, just because at least the first article I found it was kind of lengthy, which I wasn't expecting to be about. Random pasta appearing in New Jersey. Oh yeah, and it's just funny how they even go into like the different types. Like there was spaghetti, there was elbow pasta, there was alphabet pasta. Like apparently, all these different types of pasta were
Why would
just
they
dumped.
waste that?
I don't know. Well, my
Give it to
first
the
question
homeless.
is.
It's Jersey.
My first
Yeah,
question
they're
is,
everywhere.
who just has 500 pounds of pasta on them?
That could not have been on purpose.
No, let me see if I can find exactly where it is in here.
Waste.
Eventually, a local NBC affiliate solved the mystery. They talked to a neighbor. Oh yeah, it talked about how
Oh, they did
he
solve the
claims that
mystery.
it all came from a house that is up for sale and was being cleared out by a military veteran after his mother had died. Apparently, she left behind quite a stockpile of food, and he deposited it in the woods.
In her
So
500
apparently,
pounds in her house.
So apparently, he got this house after his mom died. The house had 500 pounds of pasta in it, and the dude's like, I don't need 500 pounds of pasta. And he's like, well, I can't just fit this in the trash because it's an absurd amount of pasta. So he was like, what do I do with it? Oh, I know. I'll just dump it in the woods. So he just ended up dumping it in the woods. But it's like, I don't understand.
Again,
how
that's
this
Jersey.
happened.
I guess-
It's New Jersey, yeah.
I guess animals would have eaten it or something, but
You would think. But no, it's quite an interesting thing. And then the other piece of news that I saw is, do you guys remember the banana art to where somebody
Yes.
taped a banana to the wall and that was deemed art, then some guy came and
Yeah.
ate it? That was like 3-4 years ago at this point, something like that. Well, there was a recent article that came up about it that talks about the guy who ate the $120,000 banana. He talks about how he did it just because he was hungry.
I mean, yeah.
He did it for more than just that, though.
Oh yeah, well that's what he's claiming.
You leave a
at
piece of
least.
food out for anyone, though. I mean, you
Well,
know
was
what?
it not rotten?
You know what food's for.
Well, the funny thing is that when they talk about how
Yeah.
good the art, art, you can't replace it or whatever.
Yeah.
I forgot exactly where it says in this article, but it talked about how they replace the banana every so often. So after, so it's like,
That defeats the purpose.
so it's like, yeah. So after he ate the banana, it's like, okay, well, he ate this one banana, but they just put up a different banana. So it was just kind of funny that we're still talking about that 4 years later. And the whole point of it, because it was a huge deal when it first came out, that not only is there this banana, but some person just ate art
Yeah.
and then put the peel back up on the wall. And then all of a sudden, 4 years later, they're like, you know, we should probably talk to that guy about it. And then he's like, yeah, I was hungry. They replaced the bananas anyway.
Well, you know,
Like, who?
listen.
And this is from NPR. I'm like, was NPR that, like, there was that little news going on to where this is what they're going to cover?
if the banana was in a frame or a box, you know, and someone broke into it and grabbed the nanner and peeled it and ate it, what you're supposed to do with a banana? Okay, they broke into it to get it. The thing had a piece of duct tape
Yeah.
on a wall. You're practically saying, you know, if you're homeless, you don't got any money or food, I'm leaving this here for you. Come get it.
$120,000 for a banana.
That's
And duct
insane,
Duct
dude.
tape. I don't see. This goes back to.
Art.
I forgot if we talked about it 2 or 3 episodes ago or whatever. But that goes
Yeah.
back to what we were talking about art. To where I'm like, I don't
get those.
understand modern art. I do not understand it. I
What else
really
do y'all
don't.
not understand that's considered like amazing, widespread?
The Beatles.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we've had that conversation before. Going back to what we were talking about last episode with different collecting, like of baseball cards or talking about NFTs. The thing I really don't get is people who collect wine, not wine bottles. They collect like wine itself, and they have
Yeah.
this huge wine cellar of all this really old, at that point, really nasty wine.
That's for the apocalypse.
Well, apparently
Yeah,
it gets
obviously.
better the more it ages, right?
Well, to a limit.
It
It, gets
depends,
better
yeah.
the more it ages, but that's like saying, oh, you know, this is this really good aged cheddar. It's like aged cheddar is better than not aged cheddar. Well, after a certain point, that
It's
cheddar
just
is
gonna
going
be
to
bad.
mold and be bad. With wine, you know, if you age it for however long, then it's fine. When it's sitting in a wine cellar for 30, 50 years, all of a sudden it's not going to be so good.
It's kind of like Presley here.
Yeah.
You stick
He's
me.
all right now.
Well, like
but
he
wait.
he was getting better. He reached his peak already, but
Now he's
now
just getting
you know
old.
he's 24. He's boring. He's you know he's kind of on a decline,
yeah.
and that's really what wine is.
Yeah.
I didn't understand before, but now that you put it into perspective, as they say,
Yeah.
now I understand.
You're welcome.
Presley Spective.
Thank you for being an example for all of us.
Yeah, thank you for being an example so we know whose footsteps not to follow in, apparently.
Perspective.
Perspective.
There's not really a whole lot that I don't fully understand besides art. I can't really think of anything right now.
Oh,
I think
not-
anime.
Anime is one.
A lot of people love it. I just think it looks stupid.
I don't get. It's a different culture, but
Yeah.
I don't understand why
Pokemon.
for Americans how it has so much appeal. Just I don't know. I just don't understand it. But for me, I'm not even a huge cartoon guy. Like I grew up and I loved certain things like SpongeBob and Tom and Jerry. Like there's definitely certain cartoons I loved, but I'm like, I don't know. Cartoons are just kind of eh.
I
to
never
me.
got Pokemon.
You want the more real, down to earth stuff, or
Sure, go for
Yeah.
it.
Get on this.
Oh,
earth.
sorry. I thought you were saying
no? Like
okay,
as
yeah.
far as your taste in shows and stuff.
Sure, either that or just more of like a good drama or a good story. Just something that actually, I want something more. This sounds so snooty and like I'm such a beehole, but it's like I want something that has substance.
I knew
opposed
you'd
to just,
say that
as
word.
opposed to-
Substance.
opposed to just something flashy or just something on screen. Like I want an actual plot. So I like it makes me sound so snooty and upper class or whatever else, but I'm like I don't want to watch something just because it has like this quick action scene or these lights or this or that. I'm like I want to watch something.
Yeah, I used to watch like cartoons all the time when I was a kid, but now I would not want to really watch any of them.
I've been watching SpongeBob.
I'll say SpongeBob
Really?
is
I
one of the
have
few
been.
exceptions to me, just because SpongeBob is hilarious. It has so many good jokes in it.
It's great.
Oh, yeah. And it's one of those to where no matter what the age is,
It seems
there are
dumb.
A bunch of great jokes. Well, yeah, but that's the point.
You like
though.
Family Guy, right?
Yeah, but I won't just sit down and watch it.
I agree with that.
It
If
has to
it's
be
fam-
with people.
Yeah, it either has to be with
And
people,
it's
or if I
just
see
kind of
like
the
a clip or something,
background.
then it's funny. But yeah,
I'm not just gonna sit down and be like, I gotta watch this.
Oh, I love
if it's
it.
in the
Yeah.
background,
That's my humor, though.
then it's fine.
yeah. Because what is your guys' favorite show or movie that you're either watching right now or that you have watched?
I'm not watching anything right now.
Nothing.
I'm not really.
It
either.
really, I've realized, I have to really set my mind on it if I'm going to watch something. It's hard for me to be like, I'm just going to watch this. I'm going to start. I just
Yeah.
can't do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's dedication to me that I don't. I'm afraid I'm going to watch a couple. I won't watch it for a couple months because I just don't. It's
And then
hard
you'll
for me to
forget
get
about
really
it.
interested in the show.
Yeah, that's why at this point I'm almost more interested in movies, just because even though obviously they're longer than TV shows, so many TV shows nowadays are an hour, which is half of a movie.
Yeah.
Like, okay, either
There's
I could
20
watch
episodes.
like a TV episode or two, and then I still have like 8 more episodes, which is 8 more hours, or I could just extend the time a little bit and watch a movie and get a full story. So I'm like, I don't know.
And then
I've-
be done.
yeah, exactly. So I've gotten more into movies than TV shows as of late. 'Cause I'm just like, I'd rather just watch that so that way the story's done.
Most of the stuff I watch is on social media and TikTok.
Yep.
I don't.
That's
like,
another thing, yeah.
Before I go to bed, most of the time, it's just I lay in my bed and watch TikTok till I get tired, and then I put my phone up and go to sleep. I don't.
Yeah. I've always watched YouTube more than just going on Netflix or something to watch.
Yeah, I've done the same.
I just not
more
even that
YouTube, yeah.
interested in anything that's going on. Also, it's since it's not real, like I just don't really care that much. I'd rather like this sounds snooty.
See the real
See
stuff.
the real world and
Yeah.
like try to keep up with stuff that's actually going on
So-
versus just a
Like-
fake world that's not even real.
Like what, news?
Yeah, like news stuff, political stuff.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that way I put
Just-
on Fox News one screen, CNN the other screen.
Balance it out.
Meet
No, I
somewhere
wouldn't
in the
even do
middle.
that because I don't like watching cable news and stuff. You
Yeah,
can
I
get
don't
like all
either,
the
no.
all these like YouTube channels are like way better than
They kind of are.
Fox
yeah.
or CNN or any of them.
They've even started doing weather channels
Yep.
on
Yeah.
YouTube that I have started to prefer over the actual weather channel.
Ryan Hall, y'all.
Ryan Hall, y'all.
Ryan Hall,
Comma.
y'all.
Ryan Hall, y'all.
Ryan
He's
Hall, y'all.
country. Yeah, he's from Kentucky. He has a YouTube channel about the weather, and it's really good.
Is
And
it
does-
accurate?
Yeah, and he does live streams, and he'll like break down different like weather models and predict and show you what's coming up. And then if there's like a really big storm, he'll do like anywhere in America. If there's a big storm that's going on, he'll do live coverage of it. And they will like they'll like raise money, and then they will go down there. And if there's like a disaster or whatever, they'll like provide.
That's cool.
For,
That is really cool. Yeah,
disasters.
they'll
It's
they'll
really cool.
provide like relief support or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Oh.
So, do you like reality TV? Because you like more of the.
He loves the
real stuff?
Kardashians.
All of it just seems so fake, though.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna
it's-
say.
Did you like Duck Dynasty when
Yeah.
it first came up?
Yeah, but then eventually I kind of got bored
Well,
with
it,
it.
it got scripted definitely after the first few seasons.
Yeah.
That's when I stopped losing interest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. For me, reality TV, the irony of it is to me, it seems the least realistic of anything I could watch. Even something that's completely fiction, I almost feel like is more real than reality TV. I'm like, I can't do it. I just can't. Reality TV, it just bugs me so much. But it's so popular. So many people watch. I mean, I know that maybe for us, we don't ever talk about it. Or when we do our Badly Explained, for example, we never think to do reality shows because it's not what we watch. But those shows are extremely popular.
Because not only is it, like you were saying, it's the real stuff, but people are obsessed with drama. That's what reality TV show is. It's just
is.
a drama show that's real life.
Oh, yeah.
What reality show isn't a drama? Like, even Duck Dynasty, there was drama in that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere.
Or they'd find ways to make it dramatic.
Right.
All of them are drama with comedy, or at least like comedy with hints of drama, or one or the other. There's always something.
Duck Dynasty was the only reality show I could get into because there was some drama in it, but it wasn't that bad, and it was actually
It was funny.
hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Well, outside of a few episodes or some few sections in episodes, you could tell it actually wasn't, it didn't feel nearly as scripted as other shows. And they even talked about in interviews how the producers would say, like, oh, you need to do this, this, or that. And they would say, like, no. Like,
Yeah.
if you want us to have the show, then we're not going to do it. So even though there was definitely some parts to where it felt very scripted, for the, at least for the most part, it really didn't feel that scripted, which is kind of what made it nice and refreshing.
Yeah.
At one point, wasn't that like the second most watched show at one point on television?
Yeah, it got huge.
I thought it was something
I
like
thought it was
that.
number one.
Maybe it was number one. I thought it was just number two for a while.
The Walking Dead finally finished.
and
It finally did.
they're starting back up with
Yeah,
like
they have a
two or
spin-off.
3 other spin-offs.
They said they were going to do that a few years ago. Apparently,
They are
Rick is
milking
supposed to get a movie.
AMC is really milking that. My gosh.
Well, and Rick came back in the last episode. He never died.
Oh, you never did? Oh, I didn't realize that.
Do you want me to say what happened?
Well, I guess spoiler warning for
Yeah.
people who
Spoiler
whatever.
warning.
I never got
and
that far.
I plan on watching it again and finishing it, just because I watched it for so long. Kind of want to just see.
So you're
what
gonna
had
watch
happened.
like all 27 seasons?
11, but yeah.
Oh my
I'm gonna
gosh.
do it.
Yeah.
I got to like 8 or 9, so
Once there was the tiger that saved Rick and Carl
That was
from
pretty cool, I
Negan.
thought.
That was the most cringy, stupid thing with that tiger. I
thought it
know
was-
you just said it, you thought it was cool.
well, the tiger was King Ezekiel's thing. King
Yeah, King Ezekiel,
King
yeah.
Ezekiel was a zookeeper before the apocalypse. But anyway, Rick. So I can't remember what season it was, but he built a bridge, or their group built a bridge to get over this river or lake or something. I don't know. So they built the bridge. That was a big thing in the season. And then Rick had to go somewhere by himself. But there was a herd of walkers, and he eventually like somehow fell on this spike sticking up that went right through him, and so he was losing blood, and he had to get back to his camp. Well, he had a horse at that point, so he was riding on the horse, and he was hallucinating, and he was seeing, like, remember Shane? He was hallucinating that Shane was there, and like people that died, and like what's the old guy's name? Remember Herschel?
Herschel.
He was hallucinating Herschel, all these people, and every time they would say "wake up," he would wake up and he'd be like a different spot, and he was like losing his mind. And so at one point he was on that bridge that he built, and he had put dynamite or something there for some reason that made sense. I can't remember what it was, but the group saw him. He was like just all loopy, and the walkers were going right towards him. And he kept talking about the whole time in that episode, hallucinating. He's like, I gotta find my family. I gotta find my family. And then his group came and they started saving him. And he was like, I found him. And he shot the dynamite, and it boom, and it knocked him back. And like it looked like, oh, he's dead. And like his group thought he was dead and whatever. Well, throughout that season, there was a helicopter that like it made you think like, oh, there's people out there that haven't experienced the apocalypse. It was a quest. It was like unknown the entire time. And so the helicopter was like had been spying on that group, specifically Rick, for some reason. So they picked Rick up and took them with him, and like where it showed him in that episode healing him. Then you didn't see him at all after that. Apparently he came back in the last episode. There's supposed to be a movie. I don't know if that's still going through. Weird. But after Rick left, they did like a time jump, and Michonne and Daryl, the main characters, it just was not the same.
Well, supposedly the spinoffs they're going to do a spinoff of Daryl in France.
In
I didn't
France.
see that one. I saw
And
Negan and Maggie were having
Negan
one.
and Maggie, they're
in
going to
New
get
York.
one, and then Rick and Michonne are supposed to get a spinoff.
Really?
And Fear the Walking Dead is still going. So it's like 4 shows.
I don't know about Rick and Michonne,
I think that's happening.
because the actor of Rick was like, I need to be closer. He lives in London or something.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah,
I
he's
need to be
British,
closer
yeah.
to my family. So I don't know.
He's been doing it a long time.
Yeah, and and that's the thing. It went on for so long that people just got tired of, like,
It's the same thing.
Carl's character. He turned like 18, and it was time for him to go to college. So he asked them, just kill me off. So he's like, I don't want to do it anymore. I need to go to college. He's going to acting school, and he wants to do other things.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is if it goes on for too long, just people get tired of doing it, and they want to move on to other stuff. Like, they don't want to be known for that one thing.
Even the actors get tired of it, and
Oh,
we,
they
the
do.
audience, are getting tired of it.
Yeah.
All right, the show just went on for too long. Instead of jumping the shark, they jumped the tiger. In my opinion.
Man, in its prime,
Oh
It
no,
was
it was
good.
phenomenal when it first started. The first however many seasons, just
4 or 5 probably.
yeah, just
Solid.
it went on too long,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But
No, it
that's
did.
kind of everyone's opinion, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No,
think even
agree.
the actors, I think even the producers kind of know that. Maybe not all of them, but at least some of them. But they're like, AMC is making us do more because everybody still watches this show for some reason.
Yeah, as long as there's enough people to watch, they'll make money.
It's our fault.
Very true.
It
Yeah, it's
is.
our fault.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it's funny to me how many people like think or want an apocalypse to happen. Like
They're crazy.
back
Yeah, I
when
understand.
The Walking Dead was like very, very famous, like #1 show in America, or whatever.
Yeah.
I kept hearing people say like, "I want the apocalypse to happen."
I want millions of people to turn into zombies and die.
Yeah. I think I would thrive in that
I
situation.
was sorry.
Yeah, I think I would thrive.
You think you'd thrive in there, Presley?
Oh yeah.
How do you
Presley's
think you
like, I'd be
handle that?
prepared.
Would you be by yourself or would you want a group?
No. I keep a small group of people.
Okay.
Okay.
He just goes.
I like it. Do you want to? I like it. Do you want to be by yourself or do you want a group?
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
It'd be a small group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. I feel like if you're by yourself, you're too vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
You had to spell that one time?
Yeah, once.
Just one time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
How do you
But if
what would you be what would be like your weapon of choice? Like Daryl's is the crossbow?
Guns. But if I'm trying to
Yeah.
keep a low profile, probably like a baseball bat.
So Negan
Yeah.
with spikes on it?
Have to
Barbed
be.
wire?
Have to be. Take some nails, hammer it through. I actually stopped watching the show. I think right before they introduced Negan, or right as they did. So I heard it got good again after that, but it turned into a game of who are they going to kill off, and
Yeah.
I
It
just
kinda did, yeah.
I got bored with it.
Yeah, it kind of felt like instead of actually developing the characters, it was just like, oh, these characters that are already developed that you loved, are they going to go away? Or are they going to stay? Instead of
Yeah.
actually focusing on the show. Because so much of the, I forgot exactly what seasons they were, but so much of like the past season or two up until he actually died was the Stephen Young, what's his name?
Steven
Glenn.
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 He played Glenn. His name is like Stephen Young or
Something
or
like
something.
that.
It's something like that. Apologies for that, but Young, yeah. But it's for the past 2 seasons between there. They had so many times to where you thought he was gonna die, but then he ended up making it. There was just so much of a bait and switch with that, to where it's like, okay, I understand doing this like a couple times, but they did it so many times in those past couple seasons where it almost just got old because you're just like, we know he's gonna die eventually. We get it. Can you stop doing the bait and switch?
Yeah.
Well,
Did
Presley?
go ahead.
yeah, you go.
I was gonna say, what would be your weapon of choice, and would you be by yourself or in a group?
Definitely a group. Preferably more than a smaller group. I want to be in a big, not huge, pretty good.
So
pretty good crowd.
what constitutes a big group?
I think if you got like 30 or 50 people, that's way too big.
I was thinking like 20
Yeah. I would think smaller.
in a
than
little
that.
small community.
A village.
We all have our different roles.
Yeah. Well, 20 might be good. 15 to 20.
But my weapon of choice, ooh, probably. Honestly, if it's just walkers, we're thinking Walking Dead, probably a sword,
Zombies.
You know what I would do?
because you don't run out of ammo, or
Yeah.
you can just
And you
swing,
won't draw
swing,
attention.
swing. Yeah,
Here's how you use a gun, but don't draw attention.
suppressed.
Suppressor with, this is the biggest part. Like 300 blackout subsonic ammo.
But you have
Quiet.
that.
Wait,
in
so
the
you just have
apocalypse.
that in the apocalypse?
No, there's a huge supply. You have to go to one of where they make ammunition. You would get a massive supply for your entire life, for your whole 20 people. I mean, think about how much ammo they make.
But let me ask you this:
You have an
Are you doing that
unlimited
like way before the apocalypse starts? Or are you hearing
No.
about the apocalypse? You're like, oh, I gotta go get it.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
then
you get other
everybody
yeah.
thinks to go get
Right.
it. And then everybody ends up with like 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Right. If it depends. So if it's very beginning, like you said, I want something like a sword. I want something that's
Sword.
lethal but very quiet. But as we build our village, as we have people who can go out and grab resources, that would be the dream setup.
Okay.
Question, this was my question. Did they ever have an antidote? Because when I stopped watching, they were teasing that idea. Like Rick was gonna go somewhere.
Like with Eugene?
I guess.
Yeah.
The big red head that was big and bulky.
Oh, that's Abraham.
Abraham.
Yeah, they were going somewhere.
I don't know. Maybe the 2 or 3 seasons I haven't watched
Yeah.
yet. I don't know.
That they gotta have an ending for this. They need to end the apocalypse. That's how you would end the
Yeah,
show.
I don't
there's
know
no
what
more
the
Or
show.
you
ending
just
is.
end all their character arcs. One of the two.
Yeah.
Something else.
I was just rooting for something to happen because the whole time it was just like, okay, is Rick gonna die? Is Michonne gonna die? And you just go through and you're just
Yeah.
like, it's a game of who's next.
I think Negan became a good guy.
Oh yeah, I
And
heard that
that's-
he eventually became a good
That's
guy.
what happened in the comics too. But do you know there were comics before that?
Oh yeah, no, I know
Yeah.
that they're originally comics.
I'll
My
keep going.
everybody always okay, bye. Apparently, everybody always talks about the comics. Do you guys, or did you personally, or do you know anyone who actually read through the comics? Because I hear
don't think so.
everybody
I do.
reference like, oh yeah, the comic said this and the comic said that. But I'm like, do you
Schmear.
just know that because Schmear? Okay, I could
Schmear
see
did it.
Schmear actually doing that.
He would.
But for most people, I'm like, okay, did
He
you
was a
actually?
big Walking Dead fan at one
Okay,
time.
because I was going to, at least for most people, it's like, did you actually read the comics or did you just hear this from somewhere? So then you're like, oh yeah, the comic said this. So I'm like, you didn't I feel the same way with Batman. Like, so many people are like, oh yeah, the Batman comic said this or that. And I'm like, you didn't read the comics. Like, you didn't do that.
Yeah.
and if it's a multiverse, you could literally do whatever you want, and it wouldn't matter because it's in its own thing.
Yeah. Do you remember? Were we all watching when Negan killed a couple people?
I heard about it. I didn't watch.
You didn't watch that?
Nope.
That's my favorite season.
He became a good guy a lot later.
Yeah, but the thing was,
That was, yeah.
I can't remember exactly what happened, but he had to he killed a couple people to get even, and
Oh, I
it was
remember
a
what happened.
big cliffhanger. Like Rick's group, most of them, they got caught and they all got lined up on their knees, and he had his bat, and he last episode of some season, he came out of his truck and it was him, and he was like, "I gotta kill one of you or whatever," and in that ending, it shows the person's point of view getting hit, and Negan's just bam, bam, but you don't know who it is, and then the season ends.
That's
so
a cliffhanger.
you have to wait months to find out.
That's cool.
And the whole how many months, I was so into trying to figure out who it was. And so I don't know if y'all were here yet, but when the next season came out, some of our buddies that we all know had a big like watch party for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
And
were watch
so
parties
We
everywhere.
all before the show started, we all took our guesses who they're gonna kill, and he ended up not killing one, but he killed two, and I guessed both of them correctly.
Oh, you guessed that he was going to kill two.
Yeah,
Okay, because I was going to say, I think most people, everybody guessed, I mean, I guess, even though I feel like we've already done way more spoilers than what we're talking about here.
a lot of people have seen The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I
so-
was going to say, between the two people that died, I feel like everybody guessed that one of those two people were going to be the ones that died. I feel like everybody guessed
Glenn.
that. Yeah, Glenn.
because he died in the comics.
Yeah, because he died in the comics, yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, Glenn and
I liked
Abraham.
him.
Abraham died too.
Abraham.
Yeah.
Redheaded guy.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
just
alright.
I feel like
liked him.
I heard everybody be like, it's gonna be one of those two people. Just people were surprised because wait, it was both. That's what people didn't expect. That it would be two people.
Abraham called him something. Abraham said something to Negan, I think, that was like remember how he was? He spoke his mind. Abraham
Oh, yeah,
did.
he did. I
He
was gonna
said
say-
something and Negan wasn't having it.
I was
He
gonna
just
say
killed him.
I think it wasn't even as much like what he's because I think what he said was just kind of like whatever insult that you'd probably expect from the show.
Maybe.
Just it was the fact that he said it to Negan, so he was asking for it in a sense.
Yeah.
Well, that was something else that annoyed me with that show is that they would not only have big cliffhangers at the end of the season, they would also take mid-season breaks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
mid-season breaks
stupid.
were not
Like a
that
month
I
or two.
didn't like. Yeah, I mean the big
Yeah.
cliffhangers I'm fine with because a lot of shows do that. In a sense, it is good to build hype and do this or that with it. But yeah, the mid-season breaks were just aggravating.
But no, that season, from that one season to the other, was like the biggest cliffhanger in a show I've ever experienced. I couldn't believe they ended it on that. Like you're just seeing, and you on the camera, you see like blood coming down too, and then they drop to the ground.
That is- you
and you're
gotta
like,
give
who
them
is it? Who
credit.
is it? And the credits roll.
You gotta give them some credit. They
That
could
was
build drama.
Fantastic.
Yeah. They
But-
could build some drama.
Yeah.
But 11 seasons eventually it just for me it just felt rinse and repeat. It's
Yeah.
the same thing over and over and over.
And that's probably why they did the antidote thing, to
Yeah.
make them feel like, oh, it's not the same. They're about
Yes.
to have a
I kind of remember
breakthrough.
feeling like that when I felt like they were gonna have a big breakthrough. I started getting a little more interested again, and then it kind of, from what I remember, went nowhere.
And this was another
was
with the
upset.
helicopter I mentioned that made people think, oh, there's people out there that are completely more advanced than everyone else, and they might have the antidote. And that made you think, oh my goodness. Well, it went on, and nothing. They weren't even bringing up the helicopter at all after Rick got carried away. And I'm like, well, I gave up. But no, I think I'll go. I think I'm gonna go watch it again just because I'm curious to find out what happened.
Now that
I
it's
will
over.
say that
Yeah.
I like how we talked about earlier. How like, man, I just don't really have the time to do this or that thing. Like, I'm gonna watch all 11 seasons of Walking Dead.
Yeah,
yeah,
one episode a night for 11 months.
or longer.
Yeah, I was gonna say because they're like an hour long each episode, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
There are
I
so
can watch
many.
2 a night or something.
Siri,
get
how many
there.
episodes are in The Walking Dead total?
I think there were 24.
I don't see
a
Walking
season.
Dead in your contacts.
For real.
Here's an answer from Wikipedia.
Only 177.
That's a good
Only
amount.
177. I mean, it's a lot, but I thought it would have been.
So
a
if
lot
I
more.
watched one episode a day, it would take me 17. Wait, how many?
Wait,
You got it.
17.
I'd say like half a year.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I'd say
Never
half a
mind.
year. 6
Half
months.
a year.
I thought you were just gonna say 177 days.
Yeah.
If you did it every day.
Yeah.
That's honestly a lot better than I expected. You
Yeah.
could do that.
I might.
Yeah.
Let's all do it.
No. I'll stick with my YouTube and my little 5-minute videos.
And then in
Yeah,
a few
for real.
months, I'll put it on relay.
There you go.
A
Like,
full breakdown.
A full
Of The Walking
breakdown
Dead.
in
Yeah.
60 seconds.
You
Yeah.
could do a part 1, part 2, just keep going.
It's part 177. You do one for each episode.
Oh, I could
That
do-
would be obnoxious.
I could do like per season. I could be like, this is part 1 of my Walking Dead. Yeah,
That's a
this
good
is
idea.
Season 1.
This is season 1.
Go follow us on relay.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Another plug.
Rick's still alive.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not.
Yeah, he might be. I don't know. Evan, did you ever talk about your Ireland trip?
I did not. No. No one ever
Speak
asked.
a little about that. Oh, no.
Well, we didn't care.
No, I just wanted to make a scene. I don't really
Favorite
care.
part about it.
Ooh, favorite part.
Evan
about-
went to Ireland for a couple weeks. That's why.
Yes.
That's one reason he wasn't on for about a month.
Yeah, that was why. It was the same time when Presley wasn't on because we both went on vacation. My vacation lasted a little longer. Presley got his wisdom taken away from him. Not any teeth, just wisdom.
Oh. That explains so much.
No.
But
No, but
favorite part.
There were a lot of great parts. I think just the scenery, the different sights and views were probably one of my favorite parts. There was a place called the Cliffs of Moher, a beautiful place.
Moher.
Yeah, Moher, I think is how you pronounce it. But it was quite beautiful, really cool. It's where parts of Harry Potter and the Princess Bride and other films were filmed there.
I didn't know Harry Potter was filmed in Ireland.
I did
Parts
not know
of
that
it.
either.
Huh.
But I don't know how much of it was actually filmed there. But no, just different things like that. Because I got to see a lot of Ireland. Because we started in Dublin, we made our way south, kind of ish along the coast, and we made our way to the other side of the island. So we got to see a lot. I will say, even though people probably already know this, the roads there are insane. The roads there, not only do people drive on the other side of the road,
Yeah.
but the roads, I swear, all of them are just like one lane. They go two-way, but they're like barely enough for one car to go one way. But there are cars going both directions. And I don't understand how people do that on a day in, day out basis without constantly crashing.
Did it rain a lot?
I don't. Ironically, no, it did not
Oh,
rain
wow.
at all.
When
We had
Sierra
perfect
was
weather.
there, it rained like every day. She said.
Oh no, we got perfect weather. It rained only a little bit when we first got there, but no, it was really good with that. But no, I would say the scenery overall just meant the roads to get from point A to point B. It was, oh my gosh,
Talk
it was
about that big
terrifying.
old monster you ate.
Oh yeah, there was.
Put a picture of that
Put
in.
a picture in. Yeah, put in a picture of. So there's a fish called a monkfish. It's I don't know why it's called that exactly, but it's a super ugly, kind of terrifying, weird fish. it almost looks like, at least in the picture that I sent, maybe there are different pictures that are better. It almost looks like it doesn't even really have any meat on it. It's just like a huge mouth of a fish.
Yeah.
But when I actually had it, it was delicious because I had it for like a fish and chips, but that was the fish part instead of cod. Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
What did it taste like? Like
It was kind of lobstery, actually. You know how lobster has that, like, how it has a distinct, like, flavor or texture?
Sure.
It's kind of similar to that, but it was really good. To where it was, like, more soft and buttery, but it still had, like, the firmness to it. It wasn't the same as, like, I don't know how to describe cod other than cod is just a little bland to me. This wasn't bland.
Soft.
It
Yet
was
firm.
Tender.
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 Moist.
tender.
Chicken.
Yeah, I swiped right on it.
Nice.
Well, where are
See
you
what
going
they did there.
next?
Where am I going next? I don't know. I hope
Where do
I
you
get-
want to go? If you had to choose, where would you go next?
For a vacation or in Ireland or
Vacation.
vacation? I'd love to go back to...
Good traveler.
Yeah, no, I want to travel to a whole bunch of different places. If I had to pick just one, somewhere in Europe again, Italy, Hungary, could go see the UK or something. But there are many places that I want to see. Like, I'd love to go to Africa one day. I'd love to go to Israel.
West Virginia.
Yeah, what's funny is that I actually really do want to go to West Virginia.
Oh, well.
Because the reason why is because I've gone to 45 of the 50 states. West
okay.
Virginia is one of the few I'm missing. I'm missing Alaska, Hawaii, West Virginia, Vermont, North Dakota. It sucks because none of them are close to each other at all.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, West Virginia, Vermont, and North Dakota. It's
a nice
It's like,
list.
oh yeah, just make that a road trip. That makes sense. There's so many things to do in North Dakota. I'll make a
Well,
trip just
what
for
is
that.
in West Virginia?
The road to Vermont, so I can get two
Just
for
stop
one.
to eat real quick in West Virginia and then
Exactly.
go to Vermont.
It's supposed to be beautiful. I don't know. I think they're known for coal mining. I don't know. I don't know what West
That's
Virginia has.
Boring.
Yeah, but I don't know. Wait, you know what? Just real quick, I just want to. I have to put
You know
my
what?
stupid password.
With your build and frame,
You're building.
you'd make an excellent coal miner.
But what about my build and frame would make me a great coal miner?
I can see it. You put them on a
like average height,
give you a
average
hat.
weight is great for coal mining.
You could be the like
him a hat.
administrative guy where
Yeah.
you just make lists
Okay.
for him.
Give him
yeah,
a
he's
hard
good.
hat. Give him a flashlight on the hard hat. Send him down in a cart on a rail into the railroads.
I can honestly see it.
So you can say, I like how, just your build being about as average as possible. That would make for a perfect miner.
You've always been good at Minecraft.
That is true.
I
That just
guess
tells
so.
you that children yearn for the mines.
I guess so.
I want to see if this loads.
WestVirginia.com.
Yes.
You're
I want to see what, because I just Googled what to do in West Virginia.
Nothing. It just says on the screen, nothing.
Some parts of the screen.
Just kidding.
You're gonna
there
make
we
me
go.
smile.
Yeah, no, it's literally just scenery. I mean, there are some beautiful pictures there of the land and everything, but yeah, I don't know if there's really anything to do in West Virginia.
No, there's not. Why? Would,
TripAdvisor, the 15 best things to do in West Virginia. Come
Oh.
on, TripAdvisor, show me something. Top
advised me.
attractions.
that's just Virginia's annoying.
There's an
brother.
asylum.
Nice.
Presley, we could go together.
Sweet.
That's where I'd live if I lived
It's actually
there.
the one I
And
broke
then a
out of.
penitentiary. Oh my gosh. 2 of the top 3 things to do in West Virginia is go to an asylum and go to a penitentiary.
It's terrible.
That is
5,
hilarious.
McDonald's.
This might be the worst state in America.
No.
No.
No, there's
worse.
a dance theater. Okay,
feel like
there's
I've been
like a
there.
cave system. That's kind of cool to go to like a cave. There is, the body of a bird, falconry. West Virginia State Museum. Yeah, I want to see it all. TripAdvisor. Didn't realize you were
What's the
gonna-
worst
Listen,
state?
if nobody's moving there, I might move there, just to get away from everybody.
Yeah, I think it's lots of state parks mainly.
Oh.
I would assume that's what.
so it's
do there.
pretty. Not too many main attractions. Nothing big lives there. Let's move there.
No,
There's no people and there's a bunch of nature.
That is true that there's no people there.
that wouldn't make me smile and make me feel better.
It would make me so happy.
You did ask an interesting question though. What is the worst state? Because I know
I
that
don't know.
when it comes to
Tennessee.
memes, it's between like Ohio and New Jersey, like between the memes.
I've been to Ohio.
but Ohio gets too much. I mean, just
I don't
because of the
mind
meme. I think because of the meme, everybody hates on Ohio, but Ohio's actually not that bad.
What's in
be better.
Colorado?
A lot,
Boulder.
a lot of stuff. That's beautiful there. I mean, for one, huge mountains and that.
You can marry some people.
Mike, the thing,
Arizona.
I have a very controversial answer to this question.
Multiple
What is
people.
it?
Or your cousin.
You okay over there?
Cousins.
Presley, threw me off guard.
Okay. I was going to say, very controversial answer to what's arguably the worst state. I think it could arguably be Nevada. Nevada.
It's actually Nevada.
No,
It's actually Nevada.
it's Nevada.
I don't like it either.
It's Nevada. It's not Nevada.
Sorry, I don't like it either.
I pronounce how.
Yeah, I
whatever
don't care how
want.
you pronounce it, but I'm going to pronounce it Nevada. Okay, anyway, that state, Nevada, Nevada, tomato, tomato, potato, potato,
Next to California.
next to California. Nevada,
Nevada.
the- people like it so that way you can go to
Vegas.
gamble, you can go to, the certain clubs, and it's just
Chase women.
Yeah, chase women, exactly. That's the only reason to go to Vegas. That's the only reason to go to Vegas.
Well, our camera died, and the only thing worse than that is Nevada.
Exactly, yes. There is nothing in Nevada, just like there's nothing when the camera dies. The end.
But Nevada.
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 Yeah, so our camera is it's the battery keeps going down for some reason.
It's almost like someone didn't charge it the night before.
I think,
Yeah.
that bald guy was in charge of it.
probably
You know what? You're
his
right.
fault.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know
Yep.
why he
Blame
didn't do
Zach.
that.
All right.
Not me at all.
Good job, Zach.
But we're gonna smile to make ourselves feel better
That's
about
right.
it. Just to mask.
So happy.
So happy. I'm not dealing with
Yeah.
depression.
That was beautiful. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up so the camera doesn't die again. But we appreciate you guys for coming back.
Faster.
I will go a little faster if I need to, I guess, but then I won't. I'll mix up my words, so I don't need to do that. Yeah, hopefully the next time you see us, we'll all be on, but I
Yes.
don't know. We'll see. Again, try Relay, download it, see what you think. Use code The Awkward Tapes. Yeah, we appreciate you. If you haven't been told in a while,
Aw,
if you need to hear that, we're here for you.
that's for you.
Happy birthday.
We
We-
appreciate you
Let's smile.
and are glad you're here. So, thank you for joining us for a session of awkwardness.